a white lie. And once again, they woke up in their beds, but this time there were those who were protected by Emma Frost through psychic shielding and Stephen Strange with his mystical spells, and they remembered everything. Some didn't remember, like Iron Man and Captain America, Colossus, because Iron Man wasn't there. Captain America couldn't be there because in that reality he was an old guy, and Colossus was in Russia. So they all wake up with those who were there and that were protected, remembered everything, and the one who was affected by it the most was Spider-Man, Peter Parker. So they were in Avengers Tower. They were talking about it, what had happened, and Stephen Strange comes in and said, "I've failed. I've completely failed. Something horrible has gone wrong." And then down at the Xavier School, Emma Frost wakes up in the garden, runs in, and there's all this screaming from the students, and saying people fainting and saying, "I've lost the power," blah. And they're trying to figure out what the implications were. And Kitty Pryde, who remembered the incident, the event, said, "No more mutants." She said, "No more mutants," and the realization of it dawns on the rest of the team. And Emma Frost runs to Cerebro, gets in. She's in there scanning for mutants, going, "No, no, please God, no." And the rest of it, we see her in one panel with tears streaming down her eyes. Next page, a couple of pages, the entire team is there, and they're saying, "What's gone wrong? What's happened?" And Emma basically explains. Tells that Cerebro is set to scan for mutants, and Scott says, "Yeah, I know this, but," and all this blah blah. She says, "I have it on full," and she turns and says to him, "I have it on full power." And this is it. This is all the mutants in the world. On that page, which is probably the most chilling page of all, you see one or two sort of bright orange spots, when the rest of the world is like a deep crimson colour. And it said, and B says, "Shouldn't there be tens of thousands, if not millions?" And you say, "Yes, but as of now, this is all the mutants that there are in the world." Something to that effect. And then it occurs to Beast. He said, "Emma, scan for Professor Xavier." And she turns and says, I can't find him." And then once we're back in the grounds, all the children crying, and then they're saying, "We've lost my powers, and or have we been banned?" And then Bobby Drake walks in and says, "I'm not the only one." And he goes, "So what? Is that it? Is that it for Iceman?" And Cyclops says, "No, Bobby, not you too." And then another realization is that about Wolverine, and they said, Wolverine, if he's lost his powers, and his adamantine skeleton will kill him, and then Cyclops sends Nightcrawler off to look for Wolverine, knowing what the implications would be if he had lost his powers. Nightcrawler finds, unfortunately, he did not lose his powers, but he also says, "I remember everything." And it would seem that was Wanda's final gift to Wolverine, is to give him all his memories back. Back at Avengers Tower, they're showing various news cards, and the Avengers are talking about it. And one of the programs on, they're talking about the newscasts are talking about the loss of the mutants having lost all their powers and stuff, and Stephen Strange feels he has failed because he did not prevent something this major from happening. And yeah, so now back at Genosha, we also learn that Magneto has lost his power, and the X-Men show up, question him, and he's about where his kids are, and they say, "We don't know." Wolverine basically says to him, "Well, since you don't know, what's the point in keeping you around?" And Keith says, "But he's not lying. He doesn't know." And then Wolverine says, "Yeah, well, the way I see it is, he deserves the rest of his crap sapien life." That is the greatest irony of the story arc. Magneto, the guy who championed, wanted mutants to be the ruling species on the planet, has himself lost his powers and has become human. And so it basically, House of M ends in some country in Europe where we see Wanda buy stuff in a market, and over there Hank Pym is talking about the extinction of the mutant species, and talking about the consequences of it. And the final 2 pages, talks about Darwin's third law. Whatever the consequences, there is always an opposite and equal reaction. And on the last page, there's just planet Earth and energy dispelling off into the universe. House of M, I highly recommend it. It is a powerful, powerful story. The art is fantastic, and get it, read it, enjoy it. Yeah. I'm out, guys. Peace.